Whitney from My Big Fat Fabulous Life has some bad news. Oh my god, My Big Fat Fabulous Life was on a day or so ago, and it was a really good episode. And the only thing I want to talk about is her kind of unfortunate news, starting off with her and Buddy. Now, I don't know if you guys saw the episode, but basically, the entire hour we saw Whitney on My Big Fat Fabulous Life, she was begging and begging and begging Buddy to stay with her. And Buddy basically said that because he was, out of this relationship with Brittany, who he was dating for like 2 weeks, but because he's not with her anymore, he's not really sure if he wants to stay in Charlotte and actually live with Whitney. And because he said that, Whitney was devastated. Well, we had no idea. Does Buddy stay with her? What happens to Whitney? What actually goes on? We don't know if she stays in Charlotte, if she goes to Greensboro. However, I did some digging and I found out some juicy stuff, starting off with Buddy. We now know he did not stay with her. He is not living with her. And actually, he's moved to a totally different city. And from what we saw on My Big Fat Fabulous Life with Whitney and how much, literally every single second she was complaining that Buddy might not want to live with her, I can only imagine how she's doing now, because she was also complaining when Buddy was dating Brittany for like 2 weeks. Well, now Buddy has a new woman and he's moved to a different city and he's not living with her. So here's what's going on basically. A day or so ago, Buddy posted, boom, right there, that picture of him and a lady saying paint fight, and he tagged a woman named Courtney. Cute, they're painting, and they look pretty good together, but if you can't tell, they are getting ready for a home. But then not so long after, he posted, boom, right there, that picture saying, I am having the time of my life making this apartment a home with you, Courtney. The same Courtney that was before the picture with the paint fight. And he said, holler if you need any design tips. Now here's the kicker. If you zoom in right there on that top, it says Southern Pines, North Carolina. And so if you're wondering, well, where in God's name is Southern Pines, North Carolina? It's 2 hours from Charlotte, and it's an hour and a half from Greensboro, North Carolina, where Whitney, now I can just about confidently say that is where she is living. So no. Whitney was begging, she was pleading, she wanted Buddy to live with her as like a roommate. I kind of thought more as like a doormat, because it seemed like she was walking all over him. He was making her food, he was doing a bunch of crap for her. It seemed like he was more her servant than her roommate, but we can talk about that later. Either way, we now know Buddy is living with this Courtney lady, and they're living an hour and a half away from Greensboro. So bad news, Whitney, and I'm sure, I can only imagine, she's just probably devastated with him. Now that he has a new woman and he's living in a different city and he's not with her, I'm sure she's probably pretty upset. At least she's going to act that way on the show based on how she's been acting on the last few episodes that we have seen. But here's the other bad news for Whitney, and that is her relationship with Ryan. Ryan is the man that she was in business with. She owned that virtual gym, No BS Active. And I guess it was going well, but during the pandemic, she really didn't want to work too close with him. She lost her fiance, Chase, who was best friends with Ryan, and her and Ryan's relationship kind of started to deteriorate. And in the last episode, we did get to see Ryan call her out and say, hey, we are either going to start working out and taking this serious, their business, No BS Active, or I'm going to peace out. Here's the thing I would love to actually ask you guys, if any of you guys are like, My Big Fat Fabulous Life or Whitney Thor super fans, what is the deal with this Ryan guy? Is he a 50-50 owner? Is he an employee? What is his relationship with this No BS Active business? Because if you go on Whitney's Instagram, which I have, we can just about confidently say two things. Number one, her and Ryan are not in business together anymore. Number two, I don't think they're even communicating anymore. And number three, we can just about confidently say that Whitney does move back to Greensboro. But my thing, I'm sitting here thinking, well, what happened with them? Was he an owner? Did she have to buy him out? Because Ryan was acting like he was a 50-50 owner and he deserved the ownership. Whitney was acting like if Ryan walks, she'll still own the business. So it's kind of like, who is telling the truth? Because they're saying totally different stories. But yeah, I went on Ryan's Instagram. Number one, he's not following her anymore. And number two, there's nothing on No BS Active anymore. And number three, it looks like he actually launched a new fitness app. I mean, he literally said right there, this was posted today after the last episode was on. He said, your boy got his own fitness app, let's go. So he's promoting his new thing. And then he also posted that picture right there saying, I always tell my clients that the path of least resistance is literally a road to nowhere. Everybody wants a quick fix. Put yourself around like-minded people and watch the magic happen. You may get some results in the path mentioned above, but they won't be permanent. Results come from having to change. It's not always easy, definitely not always fun, but worth every dang time. Let's go. Do you guys like Ryan? I feel like Ryan, honestly, I feel like he actually totally used Whitney, because Whitney is freaking famous. You can say she's rude. I'll be the first to admit it. She's dramatic. So am I, but she's dramatic. And I think 100% he used her. She has some fame, and I think he really used her to get on with that business and make some money. And I don't think I don't think that they ever even were really friends. I think he just used her. That was it. So yeah, they're not still working together. In the last episode, I kind of thought, honestly, I thought Ryan was being an idiot, because they were still in business technically during the pandemic. They were just doing virtual training workouts or whatever. But, Ryan didn't want to. Ryan wanted to do in-person. His reasoning for wanting to do in-person workouts was because he was saying, then we have more banter and we can joke around. Maybe that's true. Either way, Whitney, she wanted her distance. She wanted to socially distance from Ryan because she did not know where he was going during all this craziness, and so she was kind of concerned. And I guess now we can confirm, based on his last post, and based on the fact he does not follow her, and based on everything else, that he is not in business with her anymore, and apparently he started his new fitness app. So I think he used her. I think he's kind of just not very nice of a guy. Not a big fan of Ryan. But comment below if you guys like him. I'm actually curious what you guys think of Ryan. But Whitney, she confirmed it too, because she posted that right there saying, Jess and I love our No BS Active community. Over 2,000 strong and growing every day. It's full of all kinds of people supporting each other and believing in themselves more every day. Click the link in my bio to join us, and blah, blah, blah. And then she shared a bunch of testimonials and everyone saying, yay, I love it so much. And I was actually going to join for like a split second. Then I realized it's $20, and I know I could pay the $20 just to get in and see the videos, because I wanted to get in there and see the videos and see, so we can 100% confirm that Ryan is done and he has nothing to do with this. If you are a member of No BS Active, please feel free to comment below. What's it like inside the members area? Is Ryan still posting? Are there still any videos of Ryan? I mean, there's like no way that they are still in business. The last episode of My Big Fat Fabulous Life was filmed in what? August, June, July? It was filmed in the summer. At most recent August or September. There is no way, after her and Ryan had that huge fight, there's no freaking way that they are still in business. And that was basically it for the last episode of My Big Fat Fabulous Life. To be completely honest with you guys, the episode was like 95% of Whitney complaining about Buddy not wanting to live with her in Charlotte. That was it. But the dumb thing was, it was like this weird, it was just a weird, loophole kind of a thing of like, hey, wait, Buddy doesn't want to live in Charlotte because his, now ex-girlfriend Brittany, they're not together. He doesn't like Charlotte. But Whitney has no reason to live in Charlotte because her friends and her family, and literally no one is there besides her ex and, her now ex-business partner. So I was like, Buddy doesn't want to live there. You really don't want to live there, Whitney. So why are you there? And then Ryan was kind of in the middle, like, we need to be in Charlotte to make this business work. But I was like, well, it's a virtual gym. No, you don't. So it was a really weird mix of like, all three people were kind of like in this weird kind of wrong, I don't even know. It was just so bizarre. Like, they're all complaining, but it's like, we're just, Buddy, move if you want. Whitney, go back to Greensboro. And Ryan, shut your trap, because Whitney is basically offering you somewhat of a free business, unless maybe there's kind of more to that story. Maybe he's just an employee. I don't know. I thought he was a 50-50 owner, but it's like, dude, if she is giving you money, shut your mouth and just do the freaking virtual workouts and make your money. That's what I would say, but maybe he really does care more than we think. It really just kind of seems like he just wants to make some money and whatever, but I could be wrong. And one last but not least thing that did happen on My Big Fat Fabulous Life, and that is with Whitney's dating life. And I am so curious to see how this plays out, because now she is single and she is ready to freaking mangle. But of course, typical Whitney Thor style, she's not ready to mingle with men in America. She's willing to mingle with men in Paris, France. And so Whitney was talking about her dating life. She's done with Chase. She's moving on. Buddy, apparently she just doesn't even want to even consider that idea, I guess. And now we do know Buddy has his own woman who is not Whitney. But she was talking about dating. However, she's only putting her, dating apps in Paris. And so all of these locations say that she is not really in Paris, but she's looking for men in Paris, which I guess that's fine and dandy, but what are you going to do? If you match with a guy, he lives in Paris. He doesn't live anywhere near you. So I don't know why she's doing that. I am so curious to hear what happens with her dating life if she meets someone. Or I find Whitney so bizarre, and nothing to do with her weight. I don't care if she weighs 100 pounds or 5,000 pounds. I don't care. I just feel like Whitney, she's pretty for sure, but her personality is so... It's like it's her way or the highway. She always has to be right kind of a person, and she just seems like really high maintenance. Sorry, but she kind of does. And she's kind of a complainer too. So it's like, gosh, who is she going to meet that's willing to put up with her? And the only man I have ever seen in my entire life that seems to actually enjoy being around her and could put up with her is Buddy. And I know a lot of you guys, and I was even kind of on that bandwagon for like a hot minute, thought that Buddy and Whitney should get together and get married and do the whole 9-yard family, the white picket fence. But now, you know what? I honestly, I really just don't see it. I think Buddy likes her as a friend, and he's just being a very, 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 very nice friend, and he would never in a million years ever, never, ever date her. Sorry for about 3,000 never evers, but it's like, you guys, the way I see Buddy interacting with Whitney, there's no way. He would never date her. I think he has no interest. I think he knows she's incredibly high maintenance, and I kind of think that he's really starting to get sick of her, and that's probably half the reason why he moved an hour away. Now, his lady friend could have been an influence with him moving, maybe, but it's like, I feel like that wouldn't be shocked if him and Whitney had a little bit of a possible kind of not a falling out, but a little falling kind of distance of their friendship kind of thing. I think he's tired of her. He met another lady, kind of just a win-win-win for Buddy. And I love Buddy. I think Buddy is hilariously sweet and nice and everything else. So wow, my big fat fabulous life, that is a mouthful of a name, and I freaking love it. If you guys watched it, if you have any comment on Buddy's new lady, what do you guys think of her? I think she's pretty. And like I said about 5 seconds ago, Buddy, I think he's a catch. He's sweet. He's nice. He's charming. So, go Buddy. I'm a big fan. I love Buddy. I think he's a very nice guy. And Whitney, we don't know anything about her dating life besides when she was being filmed, she was swiping on dating apps for men in Paris, which, that kind of sounds stupid. Like a stupid thing to do when you're in the middle of a global pandemic and you can't even leave the country. So I don't know what she's planning on doing. Maybe she changed that. Maybe she's now currently dating someone. We really don't know, but if I do find out anything about Whitney's love life, I will let y'all know. And for Ryan, I guess he is walking on, and he's gonna go do his own fitness app and do his own thing, and I feel like Ryan is kind of a rude schmuck and not very cool. But that is just my 2 cents, so definitely make sure to comment below. Let me know what y'all think of my big, fat, fabulous life, and like always, you guys, if you could just hit that like button, hit the comments below, hit the subscribe button, let me know what you guys are thinking, and y'all better stay tuned for many, many, many more videos.